It's the time of year when a lot of you are going on summer vacation, and we need to talk about vacation sex. And I'm an OBGYN, and I'm going to give you some tips on being intimate while on vacay. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Dr. Jen Lincoln, board certified OBGYN, author, educator, and welcome to my little corner of the YouTube where we do sex education in a shame-free, evidence-based way. Go ahead and like, subscribe, turn on the bell, never miss an upload. I'm excited for this week's topic because it's a little naughty, but it's very evidence-based. So let's just start out with acknowledging that vacations can be really fun because it can sometimes ignite that spark again between you and your partner. You're more relaxed, you're not thinking about work, you've got more free time, you're wearing cute clothes, so you might be having a little more sex than usual. And I need to share some tips because vacation sex can sometimes go really, really wrong, but we're not going to do that today if you watch this video. So travel can change things, but not always in a good way. Like think changing time zones, you're not eating the normal food that you're used to. You might be out and about having your hot girl European summer, walking 20,000 steps a day and not drinking water because you can never find like really cold water in Europe, let's be real. So you're super dehydrated, you might not feel so great. The hotel, the bedding might be different. You might not have your own toiletries, and so you're using the hotel wash to wash down there, and it's got a ton of fragrance. Like it could go sideways real fast. And so it's normal if things feel a little different down there. So let's talk about how to overcome them. First, let's talk about what you do need to pack. So this is like your intimate sexual health travel kit. I feel like I should sell something like this because this is something I could get behind, but you really need to think about what to bring so you can have your safest, most enjoyable sex. So these are my 4 essentials for your intimate health while on vacay travel kit. Number 1, bring your own lube. And lube is great for everyone, but if you normally use it and you leave it at home and then you try to buy something at a pharmacy that might be in another country, you might not know what's in it. There could be bad things in it, like fragrances, and you don't know because you can't read the label because you don't speak the language. Just bring your own. Just bring your own. 2 brands that I think are really great are Pure and Astroglide. And they make little travel sizes so you can just put it right into your bag. And I think it's important because if you are potentially more dehydrated or stressed out, you might notice some more vaginal dryness. And so lube might be something you might need, even if you don't normally need it. The second thing, pack your own condoms if you use condoms, either as birth control or for protection against sexually transmitted infections. And if you are meeting some gorgeous men in España or somewhere else, and you're like, I'm going to have some great vacation sex with some new friends, bring the condoms. Don't rely on others and don't rely on finding them in other countries. There's different regulations. Bring your own, store them properly, and make sure that they are not expired. The third thing that is so important in this kit, your birth control. So unless you've got birth control taken care of, whether you've had a tubal ligation or you have the kind that travels with you wherever you go, like an IUD or an Nexplanon, make sure you bring it with you. And do not put this in your checked luggage, because what if you lose your luggage for a couple days and now you're behind on pills and you're in a foreign country and you can't get it? Put it in your carry-on. Also, a really important point, if you are on birth control pills and you're changing time zones, think about that. So before you leave, you might want to adjust when you're taking your pills so that it matches up better with where you are in your time zone of your destination. The last thing, the 4th thing I want you to put in that kit are morning after pills. Yes, you can get them before you need them, and you can either get the kind that are over the counter or a prescription kind, which works better at higher weights for longer after having had sex and is just more effective overall. It's called Ella. I've got a whole video up here about the different kinds and how you can get them without visiting a doctor and have them on hand just in case. I want to talk about preventing urinary tract infections or bladder infections while you're having fun traipsing around Saint-Tropez or wherever you might be. And the most important thing is to just go to the bathroom when you need to. Don't hold your urine. And you might be afraid because you're out and you're like, ooh, the bathrooms might be gross. Just go ahead and pee, my friend. Not peeing can set you up for a bladder infection. You might think like, oh my God, I thought she was gonna say, go ahead and pee after sex. Like that's the most important thing. There's no data to actually show that works. So unless you want to, don't do it. Unless you're somebody who repeatedly gets bladder infections after having sex, then you absolutely should. But for everybody else, don't worry about it. Just relax afterwards. Let's talk about climate considerations and where you're going. If you're going somewhere really hot, really humid, I need you to pack extra underwear. And I always think it's funny when I go somewhere, I always pack like 4 extra underwear. Like all of a sudden, I'm going to just poop my pants wherever I am. But like this is a time when you should, because you are going to want to change your underwear more frequently throughout the day. If you're out walking and you're getting really sweaty, that if you leave those underwear on, it can put you at a much higher risk of an infection. So I want you to change your underwear frequently. Consider cotton underwear. And yes, you can consider sleeping without any underwear at all if that's something that might be beneficial to you, especially if you're in Europe and they don't have a whole lot of air conditioning. I think it's also a really good idea to pack your own toiletries, such as gentle cleansers for down there if you use them, which you don't have to. Remember, nothing goes inside, and the vagina is a self-cleaning oven, and the vulva, you can just use warm water, the water that washes over you. But if you're somewhere where you're sweating and you feel like you need a little something, you can watch this video here to see what's best. But the hotel toiletries notoriously have fragrance, and they're just terrible, and they're going to set you up for an infection. And don't be tempted to use that bubble bath. I mean, feel free to take a bath in that cute little adorable hotel tub, but just do water. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about drinking and your vagina. When you drink too much and you get intoxicated, it can actually lead to decreased lubrication in the vagina. So that's why lube is important. But also, I need you to be mindful of that and know that if you're having sex and it's painful, you should stop, but also make sure you stay well hydrated, not just for your vaginal health, but for you in general. Okay, what about having sex in the sand? Don't do it. You don't want sand and shells and little crabs and little sand fleas in the, just don't do it. And if you want to know, like, well, how do I have fun vacation sex outside? Watch this video. It's going to tell you how not to get arrested and how to do it safely. But the sand, no, we're not going to do that. Speaking of having sex, you might encounter some new partners. It is super important that you have protection. I don't care what they say. This is somebody you may have just met. I'm not going to shame you for wanting to have sex, but do it safely. Use condoms. If you need protection for oral sex, you can take a condom, cut it open, use that as a dental dam. But understand that there are, things still spread even with condoms. So be mindful of that. Consider testing when you get home. That might be a good plan. Just know that we are here for you and we're not going to shame you if you come in and you're like, I was in Italy 2 weeks ago, had sex with somebody new. Could we do some testing? Absolutely. What about when things go wrong? Sometimes you try all these things, you still get a bladder infection, you still might need a morning after pill and you didn't bring things. Before you go anywhere, look up and see what local clinics and urgent care centers are close to wherever you're staying. And you might be surprised, they can actually be very cheap outside of the US, but if you're traveling within the US, try to see ahead of time what might be covered by your insurance. Just know that in these moments, it can be a lot more helpful to have something saved in your phone than you're trying to Google last minute. The last thing is I want to talk about vacation sex and the mindset, which is it might actually feel like really pressured to have sex with your partner on vacation because you're like, oh, we should be relaxed. We should want sex. We should be feeling more beautiful and whatever because we're tanned and whatever. But you might not because you might be super constipated. You might feel gross because you're like not having the same shampoo and you're just like, oh, nothing looks right. You might be feeling really tired because of time zone changes. So I just want you to go easy on yourself and just know that whatever feels right for you, that's right for you. And don't be afraid to say, can we just not tonight? Let's just enjoy each other. Okay, everyone, vacation sex, different for everybody. It can be good, it can be great, it can be sometimes feel like a chore. Like, just be honest, speak up, but being prepared for all these things, I think can really help with some of the stress. Go ahead and drop some comments. Let me know your thoughts, what your experiences have been, and what did I miss? And until next time, happy traveling, and just stay safe out there.